Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to everybody who's watching us today, Monday, June 1st. Finally, we're done with May. Hello, Sarah Maria Hernandez. Welcome to the coffee break. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is June 1st, and we have a tarot Monday, tarot for the week. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? My weekend was busy. Oh no, my box finally broke completely. I have 2 pieces of a box now. Oh well, it can be fixed, I think. How's your weekend? I am good. My weekend was good. I was working the whole weekend, and that's good. Abundance and prosperity, yes, please, and thank you. Yes, please, and thank you. So today we're doing tarot, my friends, because it's Monday. And yes, Sarah is talking about the beginning of summer. Indeed, indeed. Summer is basically here, or should be in a couple of weeks. We're going to have the Blue Witch live in the wheel. We're going to celebrate summer solstice on the 21st proper. So make sure you tune in on the 21st. Cheers if you have your coffee. All right. So we're doing tarot today in no particular order. We have the Witch's Garden. We have the Witch's Wisdom. And the B Tarot. Also the Legacy of the Divine. I don't have a box for that. And the Tarot Complete Kit. The baby, tiny deck of tarot. So let's get started with the B Tarot. Let's breathe. When we breathe, we connect to nature. We connect with all the green siblings that give us just oxygen. And when we breathe out, we give them carbon dioxide, thus continuing the eternal relationship that we have with our green siblings and nature itself. We ask the divine to let us see what we need to see and use that information for the greater good. So be it. Hello, marvelously Marissa. And Divination Baby. Divination Baby. That is over there, I'm sure. Hi, baby. All right. B Tarot. I'm a B. B Tarot has the 8 of Jars reversed. First card for today, 8 of Jars reversed. Why? What's the message? Pentacles, Swords, Jars. 8 of Jars reversed. And the image will be this one. That's the 8 of Jars reversed. And the message reads, it appears to be no way out. You are stuck in a situation that does not sing to your spirit anymore. To some extent, you are stuck in repetitive patterns of habitual behavior, probably because they feel safe. But is a sense of safety really going to fulfill you? It is time to accept that the situation needs changing. Interesting message. I like it. There appears to be no way out. You are stuck in a situation that does not sing to your spirit anymore. To some extent, you are stuck in a repetitive pattern of habitual behavior, probably because they feel safe. But in a sense of safety, really, is a sense of safety really going to fulfill you? It is time to accept that the situation needs changing. Or, in the wise words of, I can remember who, I think it was Gandhi, be the change. Marisa says, we just got home from a walk. He's napping now. I wasn't sure if he'd be awake when he heard your voice, but he's out like a light. Well, that's kind of his job, to be out, to be sleeping, to be a baby. Hello, Victoria. To be a baby is their job is to sleep and grow, cry and poop and pee. You know, I resonate with this, says Victoria. I'm glad. I'm glad you feel the resonance of the card. When I saw the card being reversed, I can help myself. Sometimes I'm biased too when I see reversed cards. Though I teach people there's no bad cards in tarot. I too sometimes see a reverse card and I'm like, but the message was really good, I think. He's getting so tall. Of course he is. The parents are tall. Well, the kid is going to be tall. All right, we have the Two of Swords reversed. Two of Swords reversed from the Witch's Garden. Two of Swords reversed. So this is our image. Now remember that here Sasha Graham gives us like keywords, kind of, not a message per se, but I like it because we have a lot to work with. Hello, whoever is in Facebook, say your name so I can say hi to you, please. So Two of Swords reversed. Confusion and mental turmoil. Relying too much on the advice of others. The risks arising from letting others determine what is best for you. Distraction. To ride the reversal, ask, how can I stop caring about what others think of me? Damn! Isn't that the hardest question for all of us? Confusion and mental turmoil. Relying too much on the advice of others. The risks arising from letting others determine what's best for you. Distraction. To ride the reversal, ask, how can I stop caring about what others think of me? I wish it was that easier to just not care about people think of you. But right now, when people think that all brown people are criminals and whatnot, it's not that easy to just dismiss it. Hello, Diane. Diane is watching on Facebook. Hi. I'm so glad that you're watching on Facebook and that you connected. So, folks, June is here finally. Bye-bye, May, with your 5 weeks and your never-ending weekends. Welcome, June. We have a bunch of events for June, my friends. And the first is going to be a very fun podcast that I recorded with Jen Sankey, where she is talking about her book, Manifesting by the Moon. I have never seen a book that had that many exercises and spells and, practices. It's a really good book. And we had so much fun recording the podcast. So I hope you join us. You can listen to it on Monday, June 8th at 7 p.m. Central. Or you can watch us on the video as we record it at 8 o'clock. So whatever is your choice. I tell people, go listen to the podcast and then go look at us on the video because, it's fun. And we had so much fun doing it. So that'll be the one podcast for this month, Lunatic Mondays. I'm already working on, like July and August, and who am I going to bring you, and some books that I think they're really good books. So I hope that you join us on Lunatic Mondays. And if you didn't know that I've been podcasting for over 11 years, Google Lunatic Mondays. Go get it from where you get your podcasts. There are 10 years at least of Lunatic Mondays on the air. So all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, let's see what the legacy of the divine has for us today. This is the one that I give you the interpretation. I don't read from any book. Ooh, look at that. We have the card of temperance. Beautiful, beautiful angel of temperance coming our way, telling us to try and find balance, to truly believe in ourselves, to find balance, to be tempered. And I think it kind of ties to the other cards that are saying, don't allow others to make decisions for you. I think this kind of comes in to tell us, don't allow others to dictate your feelings and your emotions. You're the alchemist. You're the one that decides what's going inside. And this is a card of equilibrium and balance. So trust yourself. Trust yourself that you are sitting in balance, in balance with yourself. Not too cold, not too hot, just right. And be right with you. And be right with you. And right with your decisions as well, right? Kind of like, again, tying it to the other cards that we have. My box broke. I'm so sad. Because I have had this box for, I think, over a decade. Isn't it sad when you reach certain age and everything starts being measured on decades? Podcast over a decade. Box over a decade. Yes, it's way too old, but I'm gonna fix it because I love my little box. What's happening? So, are y'all having your cafecito? Cafecito, cafecito. All right. The itty bitty tarot deck, it won't allow me to shuffle. The cards are so tiny that you cannot like really shuffle them. Okay, I guess I'll go like this. The other shuffle. Folks, I had my first tarot class this morning with my new apprentice. I'm so excited. I love, love, love teaching. And now I'm teaching Monday to Friday, except for Wednesdays. But I'm very much teaching. Oh my God. I just dropped a bunch of cards. Very much teaching every day of the week except for Wednesdays. So I'm really, really excited about it. And in the spirit of me dropping the cards, I hope I have all 78. And still I trust the divine that I'm going to pull the correct and right card for today. But I have to go down there and make sure all the cards, but I'll do that later. Marisa says, I had a chai latte while we walked. I'm having, this is my second cup of coffee, but it's a decaf. Because too much coffee makes me. So I have a regular one in the morning, and then I have a decaf now. Ooh. Guys, we have the Two of Swords, but it's right side up this time. Interesting. We have the Two of Swords reverse, and now we have the Two of Swords right side up. Okay, divine. I'll pick up what you're putting down. All right, Two of Swords right side up this time. Tensions begin to mellow. Help is on the way. Slow down and relax. You're entering a leisurely phase. Make yourself available to others, but don't spend yourself too thin. Did you listen to that, Laura? Did you hear that message, Laura? Laura, did you hear that? Ugh. Tensions begin to mellow. Help is on the way. Slow down and relax. You're entering a leisurely phase. Make yourself available to others, but don't spread yourself too thin. That's the whole airplane mask of oxygen thing. You cannot share your oxygen with others unless you are already breathing easy yourself. And you know, a lot of people who like to serve and who like to be on the community and to be part of a loving community, we tend to give too much and to spread ourselves a little too thin. So, you know, we have to be smart and we have to be fair and just with our boundaries and not overdo it. You know, to not overdo it and to not be unfair with ourselves. So we have to be really, really fair and have very good, strong, and healthy boundaries. Salud. Mm. So let me tell you what else is coming in June. We have, excuse me, bottle water, you're on my way. We have a couple of classes in June. Our Teteoh, the Colonizing the God, on June 14th. We're going to be talking about Tonatiuh, the sun god, or the warmth from the sun. And on June, that's going to be on June 14th. On June 28th, we're going to have the Embodying the Teteoh, Coyolxauhqui, and Tonatiuh, the moon and the sun together. Victoria says, self-care is important, but don't give in to your comfort zone. I'm trying to find a job, but it's super hard with so many rejections. Yes, boundaries. Yes, my love. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. There is nothing healthier, and it's scary. Because when we start setting boundaries, we start feeling like we are betraying people, you know, and if we don't have boundaries, who we are betraying is ourselves. Especially if we are used to be like people pleasers and givers and healers, you know, like burnout is real. And it's funny that you mentioned that, Victoria. Well, the cards did. Because the whole Teteoh, inviting the Teteoh for the month of July, May was the fire and July is going to be the sun and the moon. And it talks a lot about burnout and boundaries. So that theme has been very present for me on the last month and this month. Of course, the classes, you know, I'm already prepared. I already prepared the class for June. So we will be talking a lot about boundaries and burnout and society, how society um, accommodates for burnout and sometimes encourages burnout. And it's not healthy at all. It's not healthy to live on that state of giving, doing, producing. You burn out. You burn out mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So, you know, it's like, no, we have to have boundaries. And again, when you have been a people pleaser your whole life and you start setting boundaries, you start feeling guilty. You start feeling like you're taking something away from people. Hello, Jacqueline. You know, it's like, no, we don't do that. We don't take from people when we give to ourselves. You cannot add by subtracting. You cannot add by subtracting, right? July is my birthday month, so is mine. I'm July 2nd. By the way, that week of the 4th of July, we might not have coffee break. I really am taking some time off. I hope that I can take the whole week. So it will be the week from June 29th to July 5th. I'm taking off. As in, no classes, no teaching, no coffee break, no anything. Just me, myself, and I doing nothing. I just want to rot on the couch and, chill for my birthday. Though I celebrate the whole month. I celebrate myself from June 15 to July 15, and I call it the Laura's Nalias. And it's fun. It's fun to celebrate yourself for a whole month. So, mm, 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 mm. Victoria, whenever your birthday is, count 15 days before and then 50 days after, and then make it the Victoria's Nalias, the Victoria Festival, and celebrate the whole month. And for everybody, celebrate every day. Why not? But for your birthday, the whole month, baby. All right. Witch's Wisdom Tarot. What you got for us today? We have the Eight of Water. I'll tell you something. That is also the Eight of Cups. So we have two repeating cards today. Because we have the Eight of Jars, right? And now we have the Eight of Water, which is basically, technically, the same card. And then we have the Two of Swords and then the Two of Swords. Interesting. Mine is July 14. Okay, so all July is your month. All of July is yours. Marissa says, my husband has July, baby has August, and I have September. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In a world that wants us all sad and scared, celebrate. Hello, Patricia Perez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You just join us? Welcome. All right, folks. Eight of Water. Eight of Water. Listen to your instincts, your intuition, the wisdom of your heart, and your body. They know things your mind can't explain. For thousands of years, we've been taught to ignore and suppress our instincts, to think them too dangerous to rely on, but trust the magic that's within you. It's part of your true nature. Just as you are part of nature. Don't I say that every day? Allow the wildness within to hatch, to run toward whatever is drawing you. Wholeness and fulfillment await you. What a beautiful message. Listen to your instinct, your intuition, the wisdom of your heart and your body. They know things your mind can't explain. For thousands of years, we've been taught to ignore and suppress our instincts, to think them too dangerous to rely on. But trust the magic that's within you. It's part of your true nature, just as we are part of nature. Allow the wildness within to hatch, to run toward whatever is drawing you. Wholeness and fulfillment await you. So every time we breathe, I tell you, right? We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide, because we are part of nature and not apart from nature. As a matter of fact, one of my assistants just put a video the other day where I'm like, we are part of nature and not a part of nature. And if we forget that fact, we're just dooming ourselves as humanity. It's on the reels. You can go find it on the reels a few reels back. I was teaching a class, so I was very enthusiastically talking about it. But it's the truth. We are indeed part of nature. And I have news for you, my friends. We're animals. When did we forget that we are animals? We eat, we sleep, we poop, we walk, we roam, we play, we jump. We're just like dogs, cats, cows, birds, right? Because we are indeed part of nature, part of the planet. We just think that we are all of that in a bag of chips because we have language, because we create art, because we dress, because we wear clothes. We think that we're not animals, but we are animals. We are a human animal, but we are part of the animal family. We're not minerals, we're not rocks, and we're not plants. We are animals. So, as animals, we ought to follow the instinct, the intuition, the hair standing on top of back of your head when something's happening. When somebody tells you go that way and you're like, no, it feels like dangerous. When you meet somebody and you're like, I don't want to be around that person, right? That doesn't make you woo-woo witchy. That makes you listening to your intuition and your instinct. And what will be wrong with that? And even when it's irrational, because people will say like, but what's wrong with say Tony? What's wrong with Tony? Why you don't want to be around Tony? I don't know. I feel something that is weird and pulls me away. And I believe that he might be a great person, but I don't want to be around him. And then 6 months along the line, you find out that Tony was this, that, and the other, and you weren't safe. And there will be people who say that's irrational. You're being paranoid. What's wrong with you? Why you dismiss people? And I tell you what, the more you listen to your intuition, the louder it gets. Patricia say, oh, when my right ear turns red and gets hot, I know that means it's a warning. Whoa. See, and then you start finding ways that your body communicates with you. Because I know when I'm in the zone, when I'm teaching, when I'm saying something that is really in tune with spirit, with the creator, as I believe, and with the creatrix, with she, the feminine divine, and I say something that is like very in tune with it, I get goosebumps. But they're like so intense, right? And then sometimes I get goosebumps when I listen to music and I start crying and all that, right? It's a different feeling. But the goosebumps on my left arm, that comes straight from, yeah. So yeah, listen to your body, listen to your animal self, act accordingly, right? Victoria says, mine is too warm. Mine is a warm tummy when I'm overstimulated. When it comes to too much dating, so my body is saying to take a break and slow down. Yeah. Yeah. Our bodies are constantly talking to us, and we ought to reclaim. That's our first temple, right? Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Please run, don't walk, bluewitch.org, sign up for the newsletter, go to the calendar, save the date for all the things. Join us on the 21st for summer solstice ceremony, Blue Witch, Living the Wheel. And until we meet again, happy, happy, happy June, Pride Month. Nobody can take your pride if your pride comes from within. Until we meet again, never forget that you are loved in a very queer way, but a very queer witch. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube. And bye-bye.